Either you die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain. That's from The Dark Knight, but it's in deep reference for the movie I'll be reviewing today, The Green Knight. Not The Dark Knight, The Green Knight, but that quote has similarities to this story. Now, this story is directed by Dave Lowry, starring Dave Patel, Alicia Vikander, I think I'm saying that name right. And we also have Joel Edgerton as the Lord. And we have Sean Harris, who plays King Arthur, just to name a few of the great acting here. Now, the Green Knight is from A24. And if you know anything about A24, from Hereditary to Midsommar to the new trailer Lamb, The Lighthouse, you know this shit's gonna be weird. It might be slow paced, but let's give it up to A24. If you like filmmaking, and if you like a studio who gives their director total and complete creative freedom, and the projects they pick over there at A24 are nothing to sneeze at. They're they're more filmy than what Hollywood makes, and that's not a good or a bad thing. But you got to be prepared with what type of movie you're gonna sit down here. Like The Green Knight is a very slow pace, amazing tale. You know what I'm saying? If I do may add, I mean, I'm gonna say this. I think The Green Knight is the best movie of 2021 so far. The visuals, of course, everyone's talking about the visuals. The visuals are absolutely amazing. There's CG here, and it looks fucking phenomenal. Produced by Weta, and the practical effects here are just fire. Like, if they would ever to make a God of War film, yeah, I hope the Dave Lowry and the people behind the production will do this, because there's so much craft and care put into every wrinkle, every flower, every beautiful backdrop. The lighting, the coloring is just it's just there. And I know this film's not going to be everybody. Like, what the hell is The Green Knight about? I didn't know it was about. I didn't read the tale. I didn't come up reading The Green Knight, when I was younger. Like I said, this tale is over 1,000 years old. Tolkien rewrote it in the 30s, and it was based on a poem. The Green Knight is based on King Arthur's nephew. You know what I'm saying? King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, you know about them, Merlin, they're very established knights. And then you got this one who was his nephew. In this film, he plays his really only heir to the throne, but King Arthur never really acknowledged him, In this film, he's coming to the end of his circle, the end of his life. So he wants to embrace his nephew. But his mother kind of has other plans, and she summons somebody called the Green Knight. And when the Green Knight steps up, it kind of reminded me of Debo and Friday. He just came in, wanted all the smoke. He challenged all the Knights of the Round Table. If you can land one blow on me, play this game with me. Land one blow on me, and I'll give you 1 year, and I will exact the same blow. So nobody stepped up like, yeah, dog, I don't want that smoke. You good? Yeah, I'm good. I don't want that smoke. I'm good. So his nephew, I think is, what's his name? Gawain, steps up, and he said, because he wants to prove himself. He wants to be, for himself. He wants to be proven as a knight, you know what I'm saying? Because one scene before this, like, what tales do you have to tell, young Gawain? King Arthur asked him. He's like, I have none. I have no tales. And then the queen says, not yet. And then, so that's when the Green Knight appears. It's deep too. I don't want to spoil it here, but some stuff goes on with the Green Knight and his mother I would love to do a spoiler review about it. So when the Green Knight comes, like I said, he wants all that smoke. You land a blow on him, and he'll be back 1 year to land the same blow. And this fucking Green Knight, I mean, that's a picture of him behind me. Look at that guy. You really want to land a blow, like a blow on that guy? He ends up landing a death blow on him, cutting his head off. It's in the trailer, so I'm not pretty spoiling it. And he picks up his head and says, 1 year. And just picks up his head like the headless horseman and rides off, right? So that's when the journey really begins for our hero. And he's tested on all type of moral reality tales, moral tales of who he is as a man and what type of man he will be throughout this journey when that year comes across. And it's actually Christmas Day, so he has a year to Christmas Day, and he has to go seek out the Green Knight and let him lay him the same blow that he did. So he has to be brave enough to do that. So that's in a tale in itself. And then upon this journey, it's all type of little, I want to say side missions, like a video game, like The Witcher, that you find out like it's ghost in here. There's a magical fox in here. There's this weird trippy mushroom scene that's that then giants show up. I mean, the film is weird. The film is weird and it's slow. It's super slow paced. So you're not that type of individual that's really liking a slow burn, because this thing is a real slow burn. But I will say this, as watching this film, I had to pee. And I couldn't keep my eyes off every frame. I'm like, if I go to the bathroom, I'm going to miss something important about the story. You know what I'm saying? I'm really engaged with the story, even though it's slow and it takes its time deliberately. You know what I'm saying? I want to say all the actors here are amazing. Joe Edgerton to, what's my man, Dave Patel, to Alicia Vikander. Fire. I love when a film is firing on all cylinders, like the direction, like I said, the color pattern, the effects, the actors, the direction. Yeah, let's give it up to that. Was very, very good. And this is a very interesting tale about death, honor, morality. When you put it all together, you definitely have to talk about a spoiler review. I'm gushing over this film. If I had any negatives to say, yes, the film is 2.5 hours long, and sometimes I won't even say it drags, but it drags on purpose to take. But it's long. You know what I'm saying? If you're not ready to sit through something like this, I wouldn't advise this film for you. And that's not to say that's bad. Like, I think Suicide Squad comes out this week, and I think it's gonna be batshit crazy, entertaining, everything I would, want to see in a movie. But sometimes a movie teaches us something, about our own self, about our own mortality, about our own honor. And this movie has it in spaces and things I expected, but a couple of things I didn't expect. I really enjoyed the very last act of. I liked the very last 2 minutes of this film and how it ended. It was a fucking perfect bow on a movie. I was just like, yes, that it was artistic. It was different. People might not be into it, and I understand it completely. Like, if I recommend it to somebody, and be like, yeah, man, I ain't like that shit. I don't know what the fuck you got me watching. Because this movie is like, when somebody's not ready for this, like, what do you got me watching? What the fuck you got me watching? You know what I'm saying? But for me, I love the morality of the tale. I thought it was told brilliantly by a brilliant director and brilliant acting. So, man. Like I only said, if I had a gripe about this film, like I said, it was a little bit too long, and it was a couple shots with the CG Fox that didn't quite work 100%. Not to say it was bad, but it was just, it looked a little off. I heard people even say the Fox kind of looked like the Fox in Ghost of Tsushima. Which is hilarious. I don't think it looked that bad. I love Ghost of Tsushima is one of the beautifulest games on the PS4 itself, but I didn't think it looked that bad. But I think it did look a little bit, should I say, Stuart Little-ish or Hop or something. It was just a little bit off compared to the rest of the digital effect, CG effects in the film. But it was a lot of practical done, which I enjoy as well. Now I'm rambling on, so I'm gonna give my score of The Green Knight. So if I had to give The Green Knight a score, I'm honestly gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. I actually think it's the best film of 2021 thus far. It just kind of really blew me away, but you got to be ready for it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be ready to sit and accept this tale. It's like a fine wine. I think this film will age like fine wine. I think 5 years, even 6 years, 7 years down the line, we'll be talking about this movie. I don't know if we'll be talking about Space Jam 2, but we'll definitely be talking about The Green Knight here. Excellent job by, what was his name? Dave Laury, who also directed one of my other favorite films, by A24. Ghost Story with Casey Affleck. If you haven't checked that out, I believe it's on Amazon Prime right now. It's another slow burn, and there's one scene with this girl just eating a pie like morning for like 5 minutes, and it drags a little bit, but it's deliberately dragged on purpose. I think he's a very good director that lets you just sit with things, and you got to be patient for this type of thing. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, if you're not, that's fine too. Like, I need a little bit movie to pick up the pace a little bit, and I understand where people will come from this, but for me, it's a fucking film. It's a great film, you know. I can't even compare it to anything else. Maybe the old Excalibur from like 1981, 82. You know what I'm saying, with this Knights of the Round Table thing. Even Game of Thrones, some of the earlier episodes, it's kind of like that, when they kind of let you sit with it and not try to give us everything at once, even though there's a lot in this film. So yeah, that's my score, 4.5 out of 5. Have you guys checked out The Green Knight? And if you do, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments below. And do you want me to do a spoiler review? I would love to do a spoiler review with some other YouTuber who has seen this film yet. And as always, don't just stare at it. 1 year. Eat it. Peace, guys.
I'm out cold, you hoes been exposed. Walk up on you slow with the foe and unload. You got more left for dead on the road. I strode when your car got towed.